Okay, it's 6:30 a.m. It's the crack of dawn, and on today's review, we're going far, far away, off to the airport. So I said we're going far away. In fact, we're going to one of the four corners of the earth. We're in Montreal right now. We're going to overnight here and pick it up first thing in the morning. Okay, day 2, Montreal to Halifax. Know where we're going yet? Another quick connection and we're off again. So we've traveled from coast to coast, from Vancouver all the way to here, St. John's, Newfoundland. 2 days, 3 flights, and guess what? We're not here yet. We're not at the special destination. We still have a few hundred kilometers to go, but this is the reason why we're here. This is the new Mercedes-Benz AMG 450 GLE Coupe, and we're gonna take this to that special destination. Let's find out a little bit more. It seems that the term coupe doesn't apply only to 2 doors anymore, as automakers are coming out with more and more sleek 4-door models and calling them coupes. The GLE is Mercedes' new replacement to what was previously the ML, and the GLE Coupe is all new. As for dimensions, the coupe is longer, wider, and lower than the ML, giving it a commanding stance on and off the road. The rear slope-back design is similar as you'd find in the BMW X4 or X6 and definitely gives it a sense of sportiness. Okay, day 3 on the East Coast. We're almost there, another couple hundred more kilometers, and ferry ride. Now we're just in line for a ferry, and that's going to take us to our final destination. It's been a long haul, but let me reassure you, it's worth it, this secret destination. So one of the advantages of having a fastback or a hatchback is loading cargo in and out. It's really easy because you have a large area to throw things in. But one of the disadvantages is the cargo capacity because the slope of the roofline, it's kind of limiting. Well, not on the GLE, believe me. We have 3 suitcases here. We have a camera bag, 2 tripods, and a knapsack, and they all fit in with ease. Even though I'm here to test drive the all-new GLE Coupe, when an opportunity arises to test something else, I'm all in, especially when it's a large ferry. Well, 2.5 days, 3 flights, 500 kilometers of driving, and a ferry ride. We're finally here, one of the 4 corners of the earth, Fogo Island. This is a very, very special place, so let's check it out. Being designated as one of the 4 corners of the earth by the Flat Earth Society, Fogo Island is as remote as it comes. There's always a sense of remoteness when being on an island, especially when the island is off another island. Around Fogo, you see remnants of the once booming cod fishery. In the early 90s, a moratorium was set because for 500 years, these waters were fished by island locals and international fishermen until the plentiful cod were almost no more. Still today though, the codfish is still king, and you can't come to Newfoundland without sampling some great chowder and cod tongues. The island is still home to fishing, but now it's snow crab and scallops. Rumor has it that the cod is making a comeback with numbers growing each year. Okay, so we've had a lot of time in the GLE Coupe driving all the way here to Fogo Island. One thing I must say, the ride is very comfortable on rough roads, on real smooth highways. They've done a lot of paving, a lot of construction on Fogo Island and in the general Newfoundland area. Sometimes you get some really beautifully paved roads. Now there are 3 models of the GLE Coupe. There is the 350D, which is a diesel, then there's the 450 AMG, and then there's the 63S, which is the top dog. Diesel comes with 249 horsepower, about 457 pound-feet of torque. And then you get the gas version, the AMG, which has 362 horsepower and 384 pound-feet of torque. And then the top dog, the 63S, has 577 horsepower. Now that's a monster, and we didn't get to drive that on this trip. Another thing that you can choose as an optional package is the Distronic Plus with steering assist, and there's a lot of other safety aids available. Now, I've said it before, if you want to watch my E-Class video, it's one of the best systems out there. You can basically go hands off and for about 15 seconds, and it's going to tell you to put your hands back on. But it works very well, it's very intuitive, and the best thing about it, in stop and go traffic under 30 kilometers an hour, it basically drives itself. You don't even have to put your hands on the steering wheel. Now, all the vehicles are equipped with the dynamic drive control, which has settings for comfort, sport, individual, things like that. All the gas models get the aromatic suspension, the air suspension, and it's an option on the diesel. And with that, you get a Sport Plus setting. And what that does is, on the Sport setting, it actually lowers the vehicle by 15 millimeters. In the Sport Plus, it actually lowers it to 25 millimeters, giving you even more of a sporty drive. Now, talking about the sporty drive, I think this is a really good mix of a utility vehicle and some sport. It's easy to get in and out of. On the couple of the cars that we drove, they have the running boards. They look really good. I don't think they're very functional though, because you get your pants wet and dirty on the back. It makes it a little harder to get in the car. One thing I did notice was a lack of any type of grab handle. I don't know why. I'm a big fan of grab handles. It'd be nice to have the grab handle. Behind me is the Fogo Island Inn. And if you come to Fogo Island, this is one of the places you have to see. The Fogo Island Inn is the brainchild of local resident and philanthropist Zita Cobb. Although the structure looks like a state-of-the-art exercise in architecture, it actually pays homage to traditional buildings on the island. Believe it or not, the entire building is made out of wood. There are only 29 rooms in this inn, and they all receive ocean views with floor-to-ceiling windows. The theme is local. Everything is sourced as local as possible, right down to the handmade furniture and quilts. Throughout the inn, it's a perfect marriage of old meets new. Fogo Island is home to many artists and many different artist programs. Inside the Fogo Island Inn, there is no shortage of local art on display. One thing for certain, doesn't matter if you're outside watching a sunset or enjoying the hot tub or in the lounge just chilling out, there is no bad view in this place. Dining is outstanding as you sample many of the local maritime delicacies with the most spectacular view. This really is a bucket list place, and I guarantee this is not a place you'll soon forget. While we're on the topic of interiors, check out this interior. On the inside of the GLE Coupe, it's what you'd expect in all the new modern Mercedes. First of all, everything's controlled in the center console here, and you kind of have a trackpad and you have a standard dial. A trackpad you can actually use like a mouse style trackpad on a laptop. Very easy to use. To the right of that, you have actually your drive controls, your dynamic controls. This is the AMG 450 model, so it has an extra setting, which is the Sport Plus. And in the center, you have a decent size infotainment screen, very tablet-like, just like the other models of Mercedes. And everything feels kind of at home if you're used to Mercedes. In the center here, the 450 AMG and the 63S both get steering wheel with a flat bottom, where the 350 diesel gets a round steering wheel. But all the GLE Coupes do come with heated seats and heated steering wheel. Rear heated seats are an option. Now here's something that's quite handy if you live in a colder climate, or like in Canada, Mercedes has these special wipers now called Magic Vision. And what it is, first of all, they're heated wipers, so they won't stick to the windshield or helps it prevent it from sticking. But they have the actual jets for the wash set basically inside the wiper blade, and they automatically sense the situation and how much washer fluid to actually disperse. 2 days in this GLE Coupe to this very special place, Fogo Island. We drove on highways, twisty roads, even gravel roads, and this vehicle was a very willing partner. I know it took a while to get here, but as you can see, it was well worth it.
There's a place that's dear to me. It's an island in the sea where the caribou and the busy beaver roam. With its marsh and ponds and streams and its lovely forest green, Fogo Island is my sanctuary home. Sturdy fishing boats to glide through the fog and the wind and tide to the ground where Granddaddy used to sail. With their nets and traps and troughs, they have skills to use them all, making a living from the sea. This is no tale. There's a place that's dear to me. It's an island in the sea where the caribou and the busy beaver roam. With his marsh and